Hello, Aries, and welcome to your 2021 Love Tarot Forecast. We are going to pull a lot of different cards to see what love energies are coming through for you guys. And I've been trying to do this for singles and couples, but it gets a little crazy. So I'm just going to go with the primary message that Spirit's bringing through for you guys in regards to love and go with it. So hopefully Spirit will touch on a little bit of everything for each of you, but let's get right in. We're going to look at each house of your natal chart and see how love is playing out for you in 2021. So Judgment, you're going to have big changes in yourself this year. Oh, wow. There's going to be a big improvement to your money. To some of you, you're really working on like your physical appearance, or you're working on establishing yourself, really building yourself in the 3D realm, okay? And some of you are making major changes like in what you're eating, or maybe you are going to start exercising. I just see a big emphasis of you seeing yourself and seeing this different essence and divinity of self that's very inspiring, and it pushes you forward and gives you some motivation because it's time for you to really shine. Here in the third house, we have the moon. Fourth house, Six of Swords. Some of you may be having a big move this year, moving in with somebody perhaps. Fifth house, King of Cups. So a lovely romance right there. In the fifth house, in the sixth house, we've got the Four of Wands. So stability, definitely many Aries are moving house, and it could be that you're moving in with somebody, or if you're already in a relationship, you and your significant other deciding to like purchase your dream house, purchase a new house, maybe move to a different state, a different country. In your seventh house, you have the Nine of Wands. In your eighth house, you have the Tower. Oh yeah, there is a lot of change happening for Aries this year. In your ninth house, we have the Queen of Pentacles. 10th house, Wheel of Fortune. That's excellent, Aries. 11th house, the Fool. Let me just move these over a little bit. And the 12th house is the Four of Cups. All right. So, seventh house is the house of relationship in the zodiac. It's, you know, there's relationship is entailed in many of the houses, but it's the seventh house, and you're showing us the Nine of Wands there. So, this is where I see you defending yourself, really having boundaries for yourself this year, Aries. And if somebody's trying to come back into your life this year, I don't think you are going to take them back. Okay, with this Nine of Wands, maybe coming into 2021, you were hoping for a reconciliation with somebody, and this is somebody that really hurt you, Aries. This isn't just like a random set of exes. For some Aries, there is this person that really ripped your heart up, okay? It took a piece of you, knocked you off balance, really broke your heart, okay? And you've done your best to pick up the pieces and move on from that. And I do feel in 2021, this person is going to try to resurface. But what's beautiful is I see in this 12th house, the Four of Cups, and Aries, that's where you're like, nope, I'm done with your shenanigans. I don't want you anymore. I'm over you. Because here in the 11th house, which is, you know, friends, connections, networking, socializing, wish fulfillment, you have the Fool. So you are coming into a desire of new relationship, a desire for new romance. Those of you in partnerships already, for 2021, I see a really big like move or change of location for you guys. And that's like where your predominant focus is. And it could be because one of you is offered an amazing job in a location that is far away from where you currently reside. And it's absolutely positive to allow this change, this move in your life in 2021. Those of you who are in partnerships, okay, absolutely positive. Also a good year to move house, buy a house. So if there was like some sort of issue where you had to, you know, move from your house where you were currently living, it may have seemed like a shock and crazy and oh my gosh, like why is this happening? But in 2021, it's because there's something better coming in. There's a really beautiful alignment of energy for Aries in like home ownership, moving home, moving to a very solid, stable, secure home, whereas in the past, like something has happened here, okay? But just looking at your overall chart and all the way the cards came out and aspected themselves, some of you, I do feel you singles, there was a major breakup or like an outright divorce that happened in 2021 or like 2019 for you guys. And you've been trying to pick up the pieces of yourself, of that loss, of that breakup, of that divorce since then. You know, it could have been like you lost everything, literally, but it could also mean through this process, many of you, it's like what you lost is something within a piece of you, a part of you, and you've been struggling to put yourself back together. There's definitely been this healing process for Aries, and now in 2021, here with the 10th house, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning in your favor, Aries. This is a different year than what you've been experiencing. The eclipses that took place in 2020 and 2019 were very impactful for you. And just the way things have played out, you come into 2021 really wanting change and growth in regards to love and romance as well as self. I see many Aries here, single Aries, and you know, you could even be in partnership, okay? It's just like I see this group of you, like Spirit has lifted this group of Aries up in the hand to show me like you are very, very focused on yourself, on growing yourself, on building yourself, changing something about your life. It could be your money, your career, your living situation, your physical body, your physical health, okay? Really wanting to get more in tune with self and take better care of self and love and honor self and nurture self mentally, emotionally, spiritually, as well as physically. That is such a strong message for some Aries, and that's like where your intention is, that's where your focus is, and through that process there's a lot of healing that comes into play for you. All right, and you know, 4th house, we have the 6 of Swords moving. That's just letting you know like living situations are going to improve for Aries in 2021. But this also to me is moving on from sadness, from loneliness. So single Aries, I do see at some point in 2021, it's either like you're moving to be closer to somebody that's going to be a romantic relationship, and maybe you move to a new area and then you meet this person, okay? Or some of you intentionally choose to move closer to this person, or you guys are like moving in together, all right? And then couples, that's where I see at some point in this year like a change in fate and fortune, and you guys are going to have this really big move in a positive way to like a new home, and it could definitely entail a new job, or you guys just wanting a fresh start, brand new beginning in somewhere new, so that you guys can continue to grow and evolve and thrive with each other. Okay, so big emphasis on that of what you absolutely desire at your core. And you know, with all the cards that have come out, I don't see initially that love is the main focus, like you could want it, but man, it's like you are just very motivated and aware of self as you enter 2021 and wanting to build yourself, grow yourself, like create the 3D life and reflection filled with the experiences and people that you truly desire, and love is a part of that. but it's not the whole enchilada for you in 2021. Like, you see the whole picture, and you have this motivation, this drive, this energy, this desire to really make any change that you need to get out of any energies that block you. You want success this year, Aries. It's crazy because Spirit's not giving me a whole lot about love, and maybe that's because through this intention and focus of building self, however that resonates for you, it pulls your attention away from those love energies, so much so that it finally releases all resistance around love and romance, and it allows a new relationship to come in. And again, I do see for some Aries, somebody who really, really hurt you is going to try to come back in 2021, but you are done with it. You are not going to accept them back, okay? If there's like somebody that returns where it was like a misconnection, missed opportunity, or like, you know, no harm, no foul, things just weren't at the right time for you, like, it would not be somebody who has hurt you, okay? The only green light I see of energy of the past is just like those scenarios I just mentioned. And anybody who has truly damaged you, you're getting over that, you're evolving beyond it, and you're not going to take them back. And it might be like you even say, you know, why couldn't you come back 6 months ago? Because 6 months ago you were in a different place and you would have let them back in. But just the way you've expanded and evolved, Aries, into 2021, you don't want them back anymore. Absolutely not. If they just like destroyed your heart and your soul, you're done. Even if you had this deep connection with them and all these things, nope, you are done. Washing your hands, dusting your shoulders off, and moving forward. It's almost like a rebirth for Aries all the way around in 2021, and that includes love, especially with Judgment being the card that represents your first house, and you know that is the house that Aries rules. So it's like, it's time for Aries to get what's good for Aries. It's time for Aries to see the truth of things about people, about your life path, your life journey, and this higher, almost angelic perception, okay? But also with Judgment, it's like second chances. And that message splinters for me. Since this is general, like I said, there's somebody that wants to come back in romantically that just destroyed you. And then I just see like these other like smaller energies kind of like on the outskirts of this force of this person. All right. And these other energies, I don't know, you may not even be interested in them. Okay. But there's going to be other people that want to like come back in and be in your space, romances as well as some friends. All right. There's these energies that feel at a loss, like you're on their heart, you're on their mind, Aries. In 2021, it's like take your pick. And I don't know that you're going to want to be tied down. It's like now that you're back to good, I don't know that you want to be tied down. It's going to take somebody very, very special. Those of you who are single and had your heart destroyed, it's going to take somebody very, very special to be able to have you put your guard down, okay? But it's like second chances for some, and like brand new energy for others. And that's with the Judgment and the Fool. And maybe some of you reconnect with some old flames, but that reconnection allows you to recognize like that you've outgrown that you're somebody else now. I just see a big desire of brand new energy, brand new love in your heart. Like, I don't want to repeat the past anymore. I want something good. I want something solid. And if I can't have true love, I'm just going to grow me. I'm going to do me. I'm going to focus on me. All right, with Judgment, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, look at you. Some of you, you're like, you know what? This is the year. I am going to get myself on point in every possible way that I can. Like, You've had this beautiful illumination, this beautiful awakening of your divinity, of your worth, of your value, Aries. And now that awakening, like you want your whole reality to match that. And you realize the power, the magic within you to make things happen. Because, oh, look at that. Four of Cups. Yep, you are tired of like the mundane, of the status quo, of the ordinary. You're like, no, that's not who I am. There is this ignition happening inside of Aries. And when it comes to love, it's like it needs to be real. It needs to be fire, or I'm not even going to bother. It's not worth my time. Like, because you don't want to be distracted again. You're really focused on some goal outside of love in 2021. And in order for anybody to really penetrate and capture you romantically, they've got to be something special. They absolutely do. You have two court cards coming in. So for singles, there's two very significant romantic offers or relationships coming in. And for some of you, that could be this person of the past, but you're also meeting somebody new in 2021. And I think it's like you finally get your moment with the past to kind of flip the bird, so to speak, to have the final word, to be like, I'm over you now. I'm like, why couldn't you? It's like, yeah, back to that message where I feel like you're almost frustrated, some of you, because you're like, if you would have come back 6 months ago, you would have had me. But I'm not in that space anymore. And I've met this new person. And I just like, even if you wanted to go back, it doesn't fit on you. It's almost repelling to you. Also, some of you learning some really like shocking news about the past and realizing you may have dodged a bullet here. Okay, 100%. Those of you coupled up, you guys definitely want to break out of the mundane as well. Like you guys want more for yourself, for your family, for your relationship. There's some big move, change. That's the biggest focus. Here we have Temperance in this third house. Yeah, you're not interested in games, Aries. Not in 2021. Not playing them. On either side, like you're not interested in initiating. And you know, Aries is a very spontaneous, fun type of energy, and I see that about you, but your seriousness is truly focused on yourself and what's good for you. And I get the sense that you may have in the past accepted less than you deserved, and maybe for some of you this could even be where there was somebody that you feel you didn't take as serious as you should. You may have taken their love for granted, and you've thought about it and you're like, you know what, I could have done better. And you've thought maybe to return to that. But again, it's the same thing. It's like, I don't belong there anymore. As much as I love, as much as I feel that person, I see why our paths had to diverge. Like you're getting total clarity on that, Aries. Next is the Page of Cups. There it is in that fourth house. Moving a step forward in regards to love, creating roots with somebody, and couples, moving house, moving job. Some of you, this could be where we're going to have a baby this year. Okay, so if you can make babies and you don't want any, take extra precaution there, because I see a baby in the fourth house, you know, and that might be what's the cause of you guys to move, is a baby. Or you know, if you have grown kids, perhaps your kids are gonna have a baby, and so there's gonna be a change in location. There's just like this big shift, this big upheaval in couples. But it's not a scary, sad tower thing. It's more like excitement, expansion, evolution, and growth. In the fifth house with this King of Cups, that is your new romance, singles, right there. Okay? That is your new romance. And couples, that's where one or both of you in this relationship are taking on a new role somehow, some way, which is facilitating this big change that you guys are going to experience this year. But this here, this King of Cups, that's your new relationship, Aries. This is somebody who's going to be very clear and direct with their emotion for you. They're not going to try to hide it. They're not going to play games. They're just going to put it out there quite bluntly. And, you know, I think their like courage and the way they go about it, like you get a lot of appreciation for this person. This could even be for some of you, like, this is not somebody that you would typically go for or date or even really give a thought about, okay? Just like not your type. Not that there's anything wrong with them at all. It's just, oh, that's not my type. You know, that's not typically where I vibe. And it's like they do something and they go about themselves in such a way where you are so impressed by it. Like it just, you're like, wow, that was smooth. Like, that was clever. It's that appreciation of their technique, of their wittiness. I don't know. I'm trying to like grasp it here, but they kind of take you by surprise. And that's when you're like, you know what? All right. I'm gonna give you a try because of that. Like you've really impressed me. Let's see what can happen. And you let your guard down with this person, okay, just because of that, like the way they go about approaching you or trying to make themselves their emotion and interest known to you. You put your guard down, and in that space, like you really get to know this person. And coming through as King of Cups energy, this is somebody, you know, who is very emotional, very sensitive, and perceives through their emotional body. And they're always going to let you know how they're feeling and what they're thinking, for the good or the bad, okay? They might be a little bit draining to your energy at times just because they are so emotional based, but overall I feel like you really enjoy this person and you feel safe with this person, and you see them as like a clever, witty and wise, and I feel like older than you somehow, some way, whether it's like physical age or it's like life experience, like what they've gone through. They could have gone through like a lot of different things, could have had a very rough hard childhood and have seen more things in life than most people. Okay, that could be where I'm feeling that older person, like an older energy around you. But man, this is not somebody who, like, there's no cat and mouse here. And for some of you, that might be like why you normally wouldn't date a person like this, because they're just this open book right from the start, and there's no like intrigue of the chase, so to speak. Okay, and you're an Aries, right? You want a little intrigue, you want a little bit of chase, a little bit of back and forth, right? And this person is just like emotions on a platter right from the start. And I just kind of see you like, yeah, that's a lot. But the way they go about it, again, it's so witty, clever. Like you can't help but respect them for it. And this is going to be a beautiful connection. All right, 3 of Pentacles on top of this 4 of Wands. And so Aries, there's a lot of happy changes coming to your daily routine, to the way you go about things, to your work life, to your health. There's a lot of positive, beautiful change happening, and it's all starting from you and your desire, and you're gonna have a lot of success in that. And here, look at this, we have the 9 of Cups. You're not gonna let just anybody in or close to you romantically this year. But this person I see coming in, definitely going to break down your walls. And just some of you, this crazy ex that just tore you apart, going to try to come back in. And couples, yeah, I see the 2 of you in your relationship, like this big change. But it's bringing you towards wish fulfillment. It's bringing you guys towards a greater happiness than you currently know. Page of Swords here with the Tower in the 8th house. This is talking about major transformation, Aries. If you come into this year like partnered up with somebody and all of a sudden you have this crazy argument and fight and it's like, boom, you walk away, you're really going to question whether you and this person should get back together. I don't know, Aries. I see you so empowered this year, and major transformation taking place from within you. And through that process, it's like your external reality must match the new vibration of you. And things you used to enjoy, different interests you had, things you used to tolerate from people in romantic relationships, like all that, like you're not going to anymore. You are evolving so far beyond who you were in 2020. It's like if somebody can't keep up with you, you're gonna just go on by yourself. It's like nobody's gonna hold me down, nobody's gonna hold me back this year. I'm gonna make my dreams come true. And so if you come into 2021 in this relationship and you decide to walk away from it, Aries, you're following the calling of your soul, okay? And that's just kind of a side message I got, because I do see this couple, really building and growing themselves, but Spirit wanted to bring that message in for a certain Aries out there, and you'll know if it applies to you because you've already been thinking about getting out, okay? Here we have the Four of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles on the ninth house. It's and just another iteration of you're not going to waste your time on anything that can't go somewhere, whether it's a romantic partnership, it's a friendship, it's a dream, it's a goal. It's like, nope, I'm in it to win it in 2021. And look at that 10th house with the sun and the wheel of fortune. That is your accomplishment. That is your legacy. That is your, career happening. Aries, yes, you are growing. You are evolving. Whatever this is where you want to make this big change inside of you, you're going to have mega success in that. And there's a lot of career growth happening for you. Five of Swords on the Fool. Yep, that ex, I just don't think you're going to want him anymore, Aries. You're ready for this new love. And here it is, Three of Cups on the Four of Cups for the 12th house. You are ready for new experiences, new love. And I don't even see where you want to like just frivolously date around and just waste your time. It's like you're not wasting any minute on anything that doesn't mean something to you in 2021. And that's deeply, deeply talking about romantic love. And so those of you in partnership already, you are really going to be focused on you and your partner and children you have, and the way that you want to grow and expand. Like you're really desiring change and different, and you're going to make it happen, you and your partner. Others of you, I do see this message where you've been thinking about leaving, and I see you leaving. Like this argument happens between you and this person, and it's either like you take that opportunity to end things or they do. And if they do, it's like they're going to try to come back, but you're not going to accept them back, even if you miss them and love them, because you've already been considering that. So Aries who have already been considering, like, is this the right one for me for all the different reasons? There's this argument that's going to play out. And in that moment, it's like one of you takes that opportunity to end things, to sever things. And you're the only one that's going to hold true to that. That person is going to try to come back in, but you're done with that. It's just like, nothing's going to tie me down. Nothing's going to hold me down. Some of you feel that the relationship you have been in, or just people you've been dating, like leave you in low vibrational energy. Some of you may feel like you've lost a sense of self through these different relationships and situations, and you're just ready, Aries. It's like, I want the real deal or nothing at all. And in the meantime, I'm going to work on me. I'm going to grow me. I'm going to do what's best for me. And that ex that really just destroyed you and shattered you, I don't see you taking them back in with open arms. If anything, it's like Spirit is rebuilding you from their destruction right in front of their eyes. This is your moment, Aries. This is, like I said, where I got that sense of where you tell somebody, like, I knew you'd be back. I knew this would happen. But guess what? It's too late now. And singles, I do feel this new love so strong. Again, it's like not somebody you would typically go for, but it's the perfect match for you. And the way they go about it, it's just like a smooth operator. Like I'm just picturing like this really quiet person, you know, who maybe be considered a bit nerdy, and they just know like a lot of technical stuff, and you know, you wouldn't expect them to be doing, you know, wild, crazy things, but they do. Like, there's this whole other world inside of them that's untamed, that's crazy, that's wild. And you would never know that. Nobody would ever know that about them, because much like you, they keep a strong guard up. And only a select few get to be let into the magic of their inner world. And once you get a glimpse of that, it's just like you're smitten, you're starstruck, and you're like, I can't believe I'm so crazy over this person, because of just that initial thought of who they were, but who they truly are. It's like, you're my perfect fit. Like, where have you been all my life? Sorry, Aries, I had to change the battery. So let's pull some more cards and look at this. Like, major achievement and accomplishment for couples and singles. Or, oh wow, look at, as I said, singles. Look at, we have union. Yeah, Aries, there's a beautiful love coming in for you singles. And it's truly after the storm, after some crap relationships that you have suffered through. And not only is like this new love, but man, that ex, and it's, I feel that Spirit's bringing the ex in so strong, because it's not like you're not taking them back. And maybe you've watched you know, love tarot readings all through 2020, just trying to discover if you're going to get them back. And then finally, when they come back in, you don't want them anymore, because of just how your life has changed and where you're at today, Aries. And some of you, it's because of that new love. And that might be what stirs the ex for some of you to come back in, is because they see you posting pictures and stuff on social media of this new person, and it makes them jealous and they want to come back in. But I don't see it. Yeah, look at that. We have loss, marriage, and a mystery. So we got that message at the beginning for some Aries, that this, you know, you coming into 2021 after a major like breakup, of loss, even potential divorce here. And with the mystery for you, like, you really haven't known or decided one way or the other. Maybe some days you were like, oh, screw that person, never again. And then other days you're like, I miss them so much, they're my soulmate. You know, that's at the bottom of the deck. I miss them so much, they're my soulmate. And Aries, it's no longer going to be a mystery for you. Okay, you are going to be healed all the way to the core. And I do see Spirit like rebuilding you from what broke you, 100%, you singles. Okay, and you know, not everybody's going to have an ex that's coming back, but I really do feel like every one of you has an ex that may be watching from afar, because that strong message, Spirit is going to rebuild you from what destroyed you, and they're gonna watch it. Okay, like, karma is coming due and will be paid. And those of you in these you know, relationships where you haven't been wanting out, because, you know, those of you Aries who have been really contemplating, I see you coming into that decision in 2021 to end that connection. And Spirit is telling you now through this reading, like, yes, you've got to follow what your soul is saying to you. Okay, But the rest of you, this big shift and change that's happening is because you guys don't want to lose yourselves, your relationship, like some aspect of what you guys have. And so it's time for this big change, and you're ready for it, and you're excited. And, you know, through the change, it seems like a mystery, but all will be well, Aries. All right, let's pull a few more cards. Okay, so selfish love, connection is for personal gain. Excellent match, best friends and lovers. And scorn, heartbreak, creating desire for vengeance. Okay, so definitely that strong energy of the X coming in for some Aries out there. You thought at the time you guys were the perfect fit. Okay, but I'm telling you, your perception of that person is shifting in 2021, and you're seeing them for what they truly did to you. And it may, for some of you, where you want vengeance, okay, you want to have revenge, but I don't see you acting on it, all right? I just see like that is emotion, an emotion of it. But remember, it's almost like your best revenge here, Aries, is rebuilding yourself, and then this person watching you truly fall in love with somebody who isn't them, and them seeing what they lost because they're selfish, all right? They have a lot of inner work to do here with this selfish love energy. And, you know, if you're cross-watching, this could go both ways, all right? This is a general reading. So if you're like, well, you're reading my relationship, but that was Aries, it wasn't me, then switch it around to what truly resonates for you, okay? Because this is just a general primary message for all Aries. And this X energy, it's like, it's time to be done with that. And then, you know, because here's this beautiful true love coming in right here, Aries, all right? And those of you that, you know, we have a good relationship going on, you and your partner are really going to overcome like things that have been blocks in your relationship, okay? Like a lot of beautiful growth and expansion for existing relationships that are happy, okay? Because I do see that small handful of Aries where you've been like thinking about leaving a situation for some time now, and Spirit's confirming that 2021, it's like you're gonna have this argument, and that's the moment of exit. Okay, mutual spiritual awakening, lessons learned, and shift perception. Oh, nice. Okay. So coupled Aries that are happy. Yeah. There's just been this change inside of you guys. And you both are on the same page, and you want to make a big change for the betterment of your relationship, of your family, of your situation somehow, some way. And that's just your focus. All right. Single Aries, you've learned a lot of lesson through past relationship and connection. You've had an awakening. You've had some illumination, and we picked up on that earlier in the read. And now we have this mutual spiritual awakening, lessons learned, and shift perception. This is you. This is what's happened for you. And the person, this new love that Spirit is bringing into your life in 2021, they've also been through a thing or two, okay? They've had their heart broke. Don't think they have not. They have. But they just feel such a pulling and draw towards you that they can't help but to put themselves out there to you, for you. Okay, and that's awakening and shift perception. That's you shifting out of old thoughts and old emotions for some ex, where you're like, no, I truly don't want you anymore. And you may have thought that was never going to happen. All right, the butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child growth. Yes. See, couples, beautiful expansion, but also singles. This is the expansion of you that's opening you up to this beautiful new love. Look at that healing heart. Your heart is healing, and this new love would never harm you. And look at this. We have a love call. So my singles, this new love comes in during your healing process, towards the end of your healing process, and the timing of that's different for each of you. But it's like right after there's a big shift and change, either like your living situation, your job situation, your consciousness, just some aspect of you, your life is a big shift and change, and you're nearing the end of this healing cycle, and this person comes into your life or finally puts themselves out there to you, Aries, and says, hey, you are the one for me. So let's pull one final card, Aries. And there's the artwork. And it says, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. And this, Aries, is the kind of relationship and love you're going to have with this new person. Okay? Those of you in couples that are thriving, this is like where you are empathically connected. It's going to a whole new level in your love. All right? Let the past go. The past will only bring you, Aries, what you've already experienced, and I don't see you wanting it anymore. There's a beautiful new love coming in just for you. Those are your messages, Aries. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.